Yeah, I have done my MBA from IIM Indore, which is one of the premier
Mhm.
institutes, right, for MBA. But the first realization I got when I got into this institute from one of my seniors is that if I was really passionate and intentful about creating a career in finance, then there is no way out except for having a global brand on my resume, which is CFA. In my last 10, 12 years, I have seen my peers and friends who did not have an MBA and had only CFA. Even they were able to get into some of the top notch profiles which I was working into just through this brand of CFA. If you are now clear that you have to create a career in finance, then the answer is that how do you create a career in finance? And for that, let me introduce you to this beautiful certification which is called CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst. And why am I calling it so beautiful? Because understand this, yeah, to reach a place, you have to follow a correct path. And that path should have that correctness and preciseness to get you to your destination. Today, in the world of finance, you will find several certifications and several degrees which are there. But trust me, friends, they have very little brand value. And hence, CFA, by virtue of its global reputation and by virtue of its 60 years of existence, this brand is there, this CFA is there in the financial domain for last 60 years. So by virtue of these two, which means it is global and it has a 60-year vintage, right, by virtue of which it is able to have a very strong upside. And that to me is the biggest reason of why you should do CFA to create your career in finance. Because if you do any other certification or you follow any other route, chances are very high that you will end up with very mediocre brand on your profile, which you will realize after spending a lot of time, energy, and money that you did not actually make it through. And hence, Shravanti, you should be very, very clear that that is the critical reason why you should pursue CFA. It should not be because some influencer told you about it. It should not be because I am telling you about it. It should not be because you are excited about anything. It should be because by virtue of pursuing CFA, you will eventually open up doors of a very high career growth in your life. If it is opening up, if this brand is opening up very limited opportunities for you, then chances are very high that tomorrow again you might get stuck in mediocre career progressions because the high powered career progressions might not be open up for you. Hence, the beauty of CFA is that it covers A to Z of finance. And hence, when it covers A to Z of finance, you can be very clear that all the opportunities in the domain of finance will open up for you. You pick up any opportunity. Shravanti, you spoke about creating a career or having excitement about the stock market. So, there is a topic called equity investments and derivatives. These are the two topics which are there, which deals completely with the stock market, which deals about the basics and the building blocks about finance in the stock market, right? Both equity investments as well as derivatives. Derivatives is around options and futures, if you have heard about it. So this gives you a very solid base for you to then build your career and go deeper into these interest areas, so that tomorrow when you want to invest your money or your clients or the company or your company's money, you have a very solid foundation of knowledge and the brand value, which can then enable you to move forward. Later,
Hmm.
after now spending so many years in this industry or over a decade in this industry, I realized that there are only two types of people who are trying to create their career in finance. One who are CFAs and the others who do not have CFAs. That's it. It is the world in the world of finance is very black and white. It is very, very binary, zero, one. Either you have CFA and you will have all the opportunities open up for you, or you don't have CFA, period. And hence you will struggle in mediocre profiles. You will never get into front end analytical decisioning roles. And
Hmm.
that was my realization. And I'm so thankful to God as well as to this senior of mine who gave me this reality check. I just put my head down and then one after the other, yeah, I cleared all the three levels. level 1 in 2010, which is my first year of MBA. 2011 I was summer interning with my with one of the reputed institutes called JP Morgan Chase. It is in Bombay, Swadesh, you might know it, right?
Yeah.
And then in my finals, I gave in 2010, I gave my level 3. That time I got two offers thanks to my CFA brand on my resume. One from Goldman Sachs in Bangalore. Shravanti, you might know it. They have a very good buy side equity analyst role, which was given to me. And Boston Consulting Group, because a lot of consulting, as I was telling you earlier, yeah, that this brand opens up opportunities in the consulting and business domains as well. The both of you want to create your careers in finance, so you should have this understanding of ROI, which is return on investment. If you put in 1 rupee, how much return are you trying to get from it? So here is the fact. The fact is, MBA from a premier college will cost you 20 to 30 lakh rupees. Today, IIM Indore costs you 30 lakh rupees to do an MBA. On the other hand, CFA for 3 levels, you will maybe be charged 3 lakh rupees. So compare 30 lakh rupees with 3 lakh rupees, and I am telling you from my personal experience as well as experience of now thousands of students who have taken up the course with me, right, and have progressed in their journey, that in the last 5 6 years of me teaching this course now, I have seen here that these folks, students just like you, who had come here on this mentorship program at one point in time, seeking out mentorship of how to proceed forward. Today, they are making rich careers in the world of finance. Shravanti, you and Swadit, you are itching to get to how of CFA. But again, yeah, my thought process is, if your why is clear, not just about CFA but life in general, then your how becomes very clear, yeah, because how is very linear, and that is where me and my institute, we stand for how to CFA. We'll help you on getting to the how part of it. But this why has to be super clear in your head, because that itself will generate a lot of internal motivation for you to pursue your how. And Akshay, sorry, one final point from you. Which engineering college did you did your engineering from, and which department?
So I am from PS University. It's in the top 100. It's tier 2, I think, in India. And I did it in electronics and communication. Also, post which I also, sorry, just digressing here again, but regarding my scientific thing, I have also worked 9 months in Indian Institute of Sciences and
Understood.
published 2 3 research papers. So,
Understood.
yeah, that's it.
Akshay, here is my word of advice, and Shravanti and Swadit, listen to it very carefully. This will be the last time, my friends, where you have to defend your brands which are there on your profile, provided you do CFA. From here on, Akshay, you will never call out your brand and never ever justify that it is in top 100. I had done this also, and hence I am an amazing candidate. The brand CFA will speak for itself. Okay, now you are getting into the how of CFA, because I'm sure now your why of CFA has been internalized. The how of CFA is very simple here. Irrespective of whatever backgrounds or constraints you have, understand this, that just by spending 90 minutes on a daily basis, in just 6 months, you will be able to truly nail this entire course and curriculum. What I have done is, yeah, put together this entire curriculum in 100 hours of video lectures. These video lectures are super conceptual and super contextual. Contextual means practical examples. I have brought together a lot of business cases and financial case studies to explain you these concepts, so that you really understand the actioning of these concepts in the real practical world and can truly internalize these concepts. So, concept covered, context covered, and here I also teach you how these concepts have to be applied in Excel. Because tomorrow, yeah, you have to not just clear the exam, but have to get into real financial jobs to actually, leverage your skill sets. And hence, I also teach you not just how to calculate it on calculator for your exams, but also teach you how these concepts have to be applied in Excel, so that when you are sitting in these financial jobs, you are not just a theorist who know all the theories, but you are there as a realist, as a practical oriented person who can talk sense, who can actually speak a lot of these concepts in the real practical world.